What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have this makeup look for you guys. I hope you guys like it, and if you're interested in knowing how I achieved it, then please keep on watching. As always, I like to use a primer before I apply any eyeshadows, and today I'll be using a concealer, and that will do the exact same thing as an eyeshadow primer. I'm using the concealer from MAC in the shade NC15, and I'm just going to apply that all over the eyelid, and then I'm also going to set that with any powder just to get rid of that sticky finish, and this will also give a smooth surface for my eyeshadows to go on. For eyeshadows, I'll be using this light brown eyeshadow from the Morphe 35 Neutral palette, and I'm just going to apply this on the crease of my eye, and then I'm also going to focus this right on the outer V of the eye, and I'm just going to blend this in as much as I can in circular motion. Next, I'll be using this darker brown eyeshadow with the same brush. I'm going to do the exact same thing, same technique, same everything. All we're doing here is creating some depth, and in order to do that, we have to start with light eyeshadows and then build our way up into darker eyeshadows. Now I'm taking a much darker eyeshadow. This is dark purple, and I'm just going to apply that again on the crease of the eye and on the outer V. Taking the same MAC concealer, I'm just going to start cutting the crease with the help of a flat brush, and then I'm just going to apply this coppery eyeshadow. It's beautiful metallic, again from another Morphe palette. I believe it's a 35 OS, and I'm just going to use a small flat brush to do this. From the same 35 OS palette from Morphe, I'm just going to apply any vanilla metallic eyeshadow on the highest point of my eyebrow, and I'm just going to use that as a highlight. With my favorite NYC liquid eyeliner, I'm just going to do a subtle line right above my lashes, and this is going to help me hide my lash strip that I'm going to be applying very shortly. Taking the Maybelline Blackest Black Gel Eyeliner, I'm just going to apply that on my bottom waterline, and I'm also going to tightline my upper waterline, and by doing this, it makes your eyelashes look thicker, and it also hides that little gap that we have between our eyelashes and our eyes. Going back in with the 35 Neutral palette, I'm just going to use any black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to apply that on the outer V of the eye, and then lightly blending it towards the copper, just because I want to get rid of that line where the copper and the black meet. Now I'm just going to apply some mascara. I'm using the Maybelline De Falsies Volume Express, one of my favorite mascaras ever. And then I'm going to move on to lashes. I'll be using the double ones from Ardell, and I'm just going to apply those as close to my real lashes as possible. I've already used them a couple times before, that's why I don't have the box handy, but I'm pretty sure that they are the 251. Now I'm going to move on to the face. I'll be applying this primer water from Physicians Formula, I believe, and it's called Instant Ready or Insta Ready. I'm not sure. It's going to help the makeup stick to my face, making it last longer, which is awesome. And then I'm just going to apply my foundation, which today is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Warm Beige, and I'm just going to blend this out all over my face just to hide any imperfections that I might have. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything out with my damp beauty blender, and then I'm just going to be using some concealer just to highlight. I really don't want to conceal anything because the foundation gave me enough coverage, so I'll be using this one from L'Oreal. It's the True Match in the shade Light, and I'm just going to apply that on the areas that I want to highlight, and right after that I'm also going to blend that concealer out with my damp beauty blender. To set my concealer and foundation in place, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. I swear, I'm obsessed with Wet n Wild. It is amazing. That's all I have to say. And no, this video is not sponsored by Wet n Wild or anyone for that matter. I just simply truly love their products. And as you can see, I'm just going to dab this powder all over the face first, and then I'm gonna go back in with a beauty blender. This one's dry, and I like using it dry just because it gives you that smooth finish, and it also maximizes the coverage, which I'm all about. And just lightly applying the powder with the sponge all over the areas that I applied my concealer. Now I'm just gonna bronze up my face using one of my favorite bronzers ever. I have been using this for years. This one is the Hard Candy Heat Wave bronzer. It is a baked mineralized bronzer, and it is the best one out there, I promise you, and it's so affordable. And I'm just going to bronze up my skin because I'm looking pale as hell. You can tell it's winter. Anyways, I'm just gonna bronze up the hollows of the cheeks, sides of the forehead, and on the forehead. And right after that, I'll just apply some blush, again from Wet n Wild. I am so sorry, I didn't realize how many Wet n Wild products I used in this video. Anyways, I'm just gonna lightly apply that blush all over the cheeks, and then right after that, I'll just apply a little bit more of that primer water from Physicians Formula, and this is going to act as a glue for my highlight. It's going to allow the highlight to stick to the face, making it last longer. So for highlight today, I'll be using, again, Wet n Wild. I can't remember exactly the shade. I will leave it in the description box. But as always, I'm just going to highlight my usual areas, which are the highest point of my cheeks, forehead, chin, cupid's bow. And then I'm also going to highlight the tip of the nose, the bridge of the nose, and I'm going to finish contouring my nose with a little bit of magic. I wish. It's editing and it takes hours. Going back in with the black eyeshadow, I'm just going to blend that right underneath my lower lashes, and this is going to give us that beautiful, intense smoky eye, my favorite. Anyways, I'm also going to smoke it out from the inner corner of my lower lashes all the way up to the eyelid and the outer V of the eye. Next, I'm just gonna use any blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that black eyeshadow even more, just because I don't want to look like a raccoon. I want to make sure that everything is nicely blended and that there are no harsh lines. Now I'll be using this liquid glitter, which is Heavy Metal from Urban Decay, and I'm just going to apply that on the tear duct of my eye just to balance out the highlight on my skin and just to call a little bit more attention to that area, to be honest. And then finally, I'll be using Muse from BH Cosmetics. This is a liquid lipstick, one of my favorite ones ever. And yeah, that will conclude this makeup look, you guys. So that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I'll see you in my next tutorial very soon. Bye! Mwah.